Hey class, how's it going? I just wanted to talk about a few topics that were in your reading this week. I think your book does a pretty nice job on a couple of these things. Your book talks a lot about biodiversity, why species richness is so important, why it's important to have so many species across the planet. So I'll focus on the negative aspect of that. I guess I'm just a morbid person, but I always like to think about the extinctions that have gone on. Probably the greatest extinction in Earth's history was the Permian-Triassic extinction event. They call it the Great Dying, actually. That happened about 250 million years ago, and it's one of Earth's biggest mysteries. Somewhere around 90% of the planet's species died out in a relatively short period of time. By short meaning, a million years or so. But that's just tremendous. Earth losing 90% of its species. So it's a big mystery as to what caused this. Part of the reason that nobody really knows for sure is that much of the evidence of a huge extinction event would be on the ocean. But the ocean floor is relatively young. There's no ocean floor more than about 200 million years old. So there's no ocean floor from the time when this extinction event occurred, which was 250 million years ago. But we do have some guesses. Guess number one could be an asteroid impact. We think asteroids killed the dinosaurs, although that was much more recently. Maybe it did this as well. So that's theory number one. Theory number two focuses on something called the Siberian traps. In Siberia, northern Russia, there's a huge expanse of basically volcanic material. And there's evidence that there was a just tremendous period of extended volcanism. Just an incredible amount of volcanic material was released. It's possible that that could have put up enough ash to block the sun, cool off the earth. Who knows? Similarly, some people think that that could have ignited a large amount of coal also in Siberia. So you have the volcano, and then you have coal that's burning, and the combination could block out the sun and potentially kill off 90% of the species. Interestingly, some scientists suggest that an asteroid hit that place in Siberia, and that's what caused the volcano to erupt. So it could be a combination of events. Another theory has to do with methane being released from the ocean, but less is known about that at this time. So anyway, three different theories. Who knows what did it? Hopefully it doesn't happen again anytime soon, but really kind of a big deal. Again, 90% of the species were killed off. That was 250 million years ago. One other thing I want to talk about is a much more modern period of extinction going on. Humans have been responsible for killing off a tremendous number of species, but this has been going on for thousands of years. Your book has a great image showing different places on the planet where humans have killed off a lot of large mammals. I mean, if you go back in time thousands and thousands of years, there were many, many more large mammals than there are today, and then suddenly they disappeared in recent history. Although some scientists don't blame it on humans, I personally believe that it'd be a pretty big coincidence that right at the time humans come along, all these large mammals become extinct. So I personally believe that the evidence is very strong that humans were partially responsible for this. But it's really a shame. I'd like to see a woolly mammoth, for example. And that brings me to that last point, in that some scientists actually think they can actually clone things that have gone extinct, like a woolly mammoth. But it's not that easy. Woolly mammoths went extinct a little while ago, and any DNA you can extract from it is fragmented. So it's not like Jurassic Park or something. You can just go in and do it. It's much more complicated than that. So we'd be more likely to be able to clone something that became extinct in much more recent years, say the dodo bird or something along those lines. The woolly mammoths have been gone for a while, and that would be harder to clone. DNA breaks down pretty quickly, but who knows? One of these days I hope I get to see a woolly mammoth. I'd love to see it. I think it'd be pretty cool. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Stay warm. It's cold out.